Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to another update. আজকে আমরা অনুষ্ঠানের মাঝে সবাই কিছু গল্প সল্প করবো আমরা বিহাইন্ড দ্য সিনস এমবিএস এর খিতা উইডো না উইডো সো আশা করি আপনারা হল ভালো আসুন দুইটাতে জিনিস আপনারা মানে আপডেট দিতাম আসিল ফর এক্সাম্পল আমরা গত সপ্তাহে আমরা বার্মার বিষয় সম্পর্কে কিছু আলাপ আলোচনা করছিলাম তো ও সম্পর্কে আমরা থোড়া কিছু আপডেট দিতাম আসলাম তো আমরা মেহমান আইতে আসলা তো এখন পর্যন্ত আইসন না কিছু অপেক্ষা করছিলাম তো যাই হোক কোনো অসুবিধা নাই আমরা তারপরও আমরা আগুইয়া চলি দেখা যাক আমরা হইয়া হুসতাম পারি রাইট ওকে জাস্ট কুইকলি আমি দেখি আজ কি ব্যাপারে আমরা আলাপ আলোচনা করতাম পারি জাস্ট কুইকলি আমি দেখি টেকনিক্যাল ডিফিকাল্টি পয়লা বিসমিল্লাহ তো আমরা দর্শক বিন্দু দুইজন আসুন অবশ্যই আমরা লগে আসসালামু আলাইকুম আদাব আশা করি আপনারা আসুন বালা রাইট সো আমরা রোহিঙ্গার ব্যাপারে আমরা রোহিঙ্গা বার্মার রোহিঙ্গার সম্পর্কে আমরা সবাই কিছু আলাপ আলোচনা করবো যদি আমরা মেহমান আইতে পারো যদি পারন না তাইলে আমরা রেগুলার আমরা বুধবারের অনুষ্ঠানও আমরা এটা সম্পর্কে আমরা আলাপ আলোচনা করবো দেখবো যে আমরা লোকাল মসজিদ বা কমিউনিটিত কী ধরনের মানে ফান্ডরাইজিং করা হয়েছে ওগুলার আপনারা আপডেট দিতাম পারবো এদিকে আমরা এমবিএসের সাইডে দিই দুই একটা কিছু পরিবর্তন হয়েছে তো আপনারা দুই সপ্তাহ আগে আমরা আপডেট দিছিলাম তো আপডেট যে হয়েছে যে আমরা টেস্ট ফেজ এখনো শেষ হয়ে গেছে সো আমরা সাউন্ড ভিডিও সোয়াপিং এগুলো আমরা কমপ্লিট হয়ে গেছি কি এখন আমরা অপেক্ষাতে আছি এই ইন্টারনেটের আমরা ইন্টারনেটে তো অবভিয়াসলি 28 দিনের নোটিশ দেওয়া লাগে এক্সিস্টিং সাপ্লায়ারদের যার কারণে ও নোটিশ পিরিয়ডের পরে আমরা মানে নতুন সাপ্লায়ার কাছে যাইতাম পারবো তো হোপফুলি ফিঙ্গার্স ক্রসড আমরা নতুন সাপ্লায়ারে আমরা যে লাইন দিবা আশা করি এটা সুপার ফাস্ট থাকবো আর সুপার ফাস্ট হইলে তো বুঝুন না আমরা ট্রান্সমিশনে কোনো গড়বড় থাকতো নাই সো রাইট ওকে ইয়েস আরও জিনিসের মধ্যে আপনার লগে আমি আলাপ করতাম আসলাম যে এমবিএস এটা একটা প্ল্যাটফর্ম সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া প্ল্যাটফর্ম যার মাধ্যমে আপনারা যে প্রতিভা আছে এগুলারে আপনারা শোকেস করতে পারবা মনে করেন এনিথিং ফ্রম গান যন্ত্রশিল্পী কণ্ঠশিল্পী যন্ত্রশিল্পী এমনকি পদ্য গদ্য ও ধরনের জিনিস আমরা আবৃত্তিও করতাম পারি তো আপনারা যারা আমরা কমিউনিটির মাঝে এই প্রতিভা আছে প্লিজ আমরা সাথে যোগাযোগ করুন যোগাযোগ করলে পরে আমরা মানে আপনার লগে টাইম কইরা স্কেজুলিং কইরা আপনারা লই অনুষ্ঠান করতাম বলুন না জানো এটা যে এই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা তৈরি করা হয়েছে আপনারা লাগে কারণ রাফলি 20-25 বছর আগে যারা মানে গান বাজনা আমরা করতাম আমরা কোনো সাপোর্ট আসিল না আর সাপোর্ট না থাকায় অনেক আমরা গান বাজনা সারি দিছি আর যারা মানে পারসিভিয়ার করছেন কন্টিনিউ করছেন তারা আইস আমরা হয়তো টেলিভিশনের দেখি বা লোকাল বিভিন্ন অনুষ্ঠানের মাঝে দিকে থাকি সো আমি এই জিনিসটা আমার নিতে রাজি নাই যে আমরা কমিউনিটির মাঝে কোনো ট্যালেন্টেড আর্টিস্ট কোনো ট্যালেন্টেড মিউজিশিয়ান নাই করি অবশ্যই আসুন আমরা চাইলাম যে আস্তে আস্তে আমরা বুটওয়ার্ক থেকে বার হইতে আনতাম সো আপনারা যদি জানাও তো কেউ থাকে অবশ্যই আপনারা মানে তারা আগ্রহী দিবা সাহসী দিবা যে এইটা নাইতা আইয়া আমরা লোকের যোগাযোগ করতাম তারা লইয়া শো করবো তারা ট্যালেন্ট এক্সপোজ করবো অনেক সময় আছে আমরা নর্থ ওয়েস্টে দিই ম্যানচেস্টার ওল্ডন রচডেল বার্নলি ব্ল্যাকবার্ন ইটা এলাকার মাঝে আমরা সাউথ থেকে লন্ডন থেকে অনেক দূর থেকে আমরা আর্টিস্ট মিউজিশিয়ান আমরা হায়ার হইতে আনতে হয়। এটা তো আপনারা বুঝলেও যে অত দূর থেকে মানুষ আইব, অবশ্যই তার একটা খরচ আছে প্লাস তারা আওয়া যাওয়ার টাইম যে পরিশ্রম। তো যার কারণে আমরা আর আশপাশে আমরা আর্টিস্ট এত প্রতিভা তুইয়া আমরা অত দূর যাইতাম কেন? গুড কোয়েশ্চেন। সো আচ্ছা, আমরা একটা কমেন্ট আইছে আমরা আব্দুল ওদুদ সাহেব, আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আশা করি ভালো আছেন জনাব। তাই লাগছেন ভালো আছেন নি? সকলকে সালাম জানাইবা ইনশাল্লাহ, সবাই সালাম দিব। আর সবার পক্ষ থেকে ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম, আপনারও সালাম দিলাম। আমরা আশা করি আপনার মিডল ইস্ট আসুননি বালা। আমরা ওজুদ সাহেবেও তাই মাঝে মাঝে লাইভ যাই, তো আমি একটা দেখি, খারাপ নাই, বালা লাইভ অনুষ্ঠান নয় আপনার। আর তো এখানেও আমরা আর দেখি চাই আর খেয়ে আসুন লাইভ, কমেন্ট দিয়া জানাও কা। সো ভেরি কুইকলি আমি কিতা কইতাম আসলে আপনারা যে আমরা আর্টিস্ট সম্বন্ধে আর কি, যে এই পর্যন্ত আমরা MBS স্টার্ট করার পর থেকে শুরু থেকে এই পর্যন্ত আমরা যে আর্টিস্ট সকল দেখছি বা আমরা অনুষ্ঠানের সংযোগ দিছ, তারার মধ্যে তারা আসলে অনেক ধন্যবাদ দেওয়ার দরকার। কারণ তারা নিজের সময় অপচয় হইতে আমরা টাইম দিছন, আর আমরা যে আনন্দ দিছন গান বাজনার মাধ্যমে। ফর এক্সাম্পল আমরা হুসেন মোহাম্মদ তুফাইল, আমরা সাধারণত তাদের জানি আমরা গামছা তুফাইল হিসাবে, আমরা আহাদুল্লাহ শাহ, তারপর আমরা নুরুজ্জামান সাহেব, এরপরে আমরা মিউজিশিয়ানের মাঝে আসুন আঙ্গুর মিয়া, আমরা নুরুজ্জামান, নুরেজ, তারপর আরো অনেকে যোগদান দিয়েছেন, যেমন রাহাত খন্দকার, ফয়জুল শিল্পী, তারপরে আমরা সৈয়দ হাসান, আরো দুই তিনজন বিভিন্ন আমরা নর্থাম্পটন থেকে বাউল তাহিরউদ্দিন। ও তারা আমরা পরিচিত মানুষ, তারা যে আমরা যে সময় অর্জন, এটার লাগে অনেক ধন্যবাদ আপনারা। আশা করি ভবিষ্যতের অনুষ্ঠান হলে আইবা, আমরা মাঝে মধ্যে যোগদান দিবা, আর আমরা দর্শক বন্ধুরা কিছু আনন্দ দিবা। সো আর খেয়ে আমরা চাইনিজ ভাই আইসুন, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। ওয়ালাইকুম সালাম চাইনিজ ভাই, আই হোপ ইউর ওকে, আশা করি ভালো আছো। আর টাইম কইটা গান হইতো? নো, নট ইয়েট। গান তখন হইব যখন আমরা লোকাল আর্টিস্ট হল আইবা, আমরা লোকের যোগাযোগ করবা। তাহলে আর জাস্ট ও মাত্র মেনশন করছি যে আমরা যে আর্টিস্ট হল এরা হচ্ছে আমরা ফ্রেন্ড সার্কেলের মাঝে তারা আমরা অতদিন উৎসাহী দিবার লাগিয়ে আইসলা যে জাস্ট সর শো, আর আমরা টেস্ট ফেজ একটা কমপ্লিট করবার লাগে তারা আইসন। তো আমরা দরকার কি তা জানুন নি, উই নিড লোকাল ট্যালেন্ট, আমরা লোকাল ট্যালেন্টের দরকার। আসুন নি লোকাল ট্যালেন্ট আউট দেয়ার? ইজ দেয়ার এনি লোকাল ট্যালেন্ট আউট দেয়ার? হ্যালো কেউ আসুন নি? নো? ইয়েস, কমেন্ট দিয়া জানাও আমরা MBS পেজও মেসেজ দিয়া ইনবক্স দিয়া আমরা জানাইবা আপনারা প্রতিভা কিতা আর আপনারা লইয়া আমরা প্রোগ্রাম স্কেজুলিং কইরা আমরা বুঝি যেতাম কি একদিন দেখি কিতা হয়। And hopefully in the future আমরা ও প্ল্যাটফর্মের উপরে আমরা বেস হইয়া ভবিষ্যতে আরো কিছু করবো। আরো দুইজনে যোগদান দিয়েছেন। Nice of you to join us, gentlemen. Jackson Mia, salam, Ijay bhai, walaikum salam. You alright, Jackson Mia? Hunchi ba শরীর খারাপ হইলিছে, কিতা শরীর ঠিক আছে নি অনে? ওষুধ খাইরাই নিবা বেশ করি? কিতা অবস্থা? sudden weather change সকলোৰে কিছু খাসি সর্দি আইছে ও তখন আমি জাম্পার উম্পার ফিন্দে বইছি বালা ঠান্ডা গলাইছে Abu Ismail Huda, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam. I hope you're all right, bro. Thank you for joining us. Chinese way of Huda, when you're singing Titanic? Well, good question. It's not going to be tonight, that's for sure. I'm waiting for Ceylon Dion to come along and join us in our show one day. Maybe that will happen, maybe it won't happen. Only time will tell. Jackson Mia Huida Gita. Oh, I'm not good at all. What's up with your Jackson Mia? Bura venture be maradori listen Gita ba. And I'm not Shokut Ali Shab join for Sonamdare, Shokut Ali Shab Gita Huida. Bala Sunniva Tanda Hurigis, Boro Sundo Jampal Lagaiso. Owa, ita tomar size nai, ita amar size, tomar gat lak tonai, chune. Igore suk diona. আমরা চাইনিজ ভাই জ্যাকসন মিয়ারে ফু দেরা ফু তো জ্যাকসন মিয়া হয়তো এটা ডিজিটাল ভাবে গিয়া ফুসবো গিয়া একজন অ্যাকশন হব জ্যাকসন মিয়া with a chest infection, cold, high temperature and vomiting blood. Ooh, and having nosebleed. That doesn't sound very good, bro. That doesn't sound very good at all. It sounds very nasty. You know, you should get it checked out. Jamal Mia, you're getting old, Sal. Tell me about it. Do you remember those days? Look in the mirror yourself. Are you that same Jamal? That gulab jamun? No. You are now like a raisin. Give him foo. Yeah. Jackson Mia fell during the sortation of close up BACP. It happened from that. Oh dear. Hope you recover very soon, bro. It's a shame that you've had that incident. I hope you recover very soon. Right. Abu Ismail is saying he isn't small, Mr. Ali. Yes, you're right. When I stand close to him, he dwarfs me. As in, I mean, Naize in the background. আমরা হুজুর ভাইয়া হইরা যে তানের মন খারাপ আমরা রোহিঙ্গার মুসলমানের অবস্থায় ইয়েস আমরা সারা পৃথিবীত আমরা সকলেরও মন খারাপ আর খুব অ্যাক্টিভভাবে আমরা অনেকে চেষ্টা করতাম যে মানে মানুষের মনের মাঝে যে একটা এই জাগরণ করবার লাগি যে আমরা তো হয়তো আমরা লাঠি লুই আমরা ফিল্ডে নামতে পারতাম না কিন্তু আমরা বয়কট যদি করি বয়কট করলে অনেকটা এফেক্ট একটা আইতো আর একটা ডেমনস্ট্রেশন আমরা রয়েছে রস্টেল ডেমনস্ট্রেশন হয়েছে ওল্ডাম ম্যানচেস্টারও হয়েছে তারপরে অদূর বাইরে আমি কইলাম যেনে আমরা লোকাল এলাকাত অনেক টাকা পয়সা উঠছে আমি সঠিক আমি মানে অঙ্ক পাইছি না কত যে উঠছে পয়সা এটার অঙ্ক পাইছি না বাট ইনশাল্লাহ আগামী বুধবারে খাইল বাদ বুধবারে আমি আপডেট একটা দেবো যে আমরা রস্টেল মসজিদও কত উঠছে ওল্ডাম মসজিদও কত উঠছে আর এটার বিতরণ কীভাবে করইব খাফর সুফর যে তুলো হয়েছে এটা কীভাবে আমরা বিতরণ করবো এই সম্পর্কে আমরা বিস্তারিতভাবে জানাইমু তো আশা করি আমার সাথে মেহমান থাকবা তারাও আমার লগে যোগদান দিবা আর এটা সম্বন্ধে আর কি মানে আপনারা তথ্য ফুরা জানতে পারবা right okay Chinese Bay Yazigera, what's going on tonight? And Jackson Yazigera, what's the topic we're discussing? Tonight, our discussion is a quick update. Like every Monday, usually during our first our test transmission time, roughly 10 weeks. 10 weeks under test transmission we see. So just to check sound check, video switching আর দেখা যায় যে আমরা মানে সব কিছুর মাঝে আমরা উইকনেস হয়েছি গিয়া আমরা ইন্টারনেট কানেকশন বাট অবভিয়াসলি আপনারা তো জানরা যে এক সাপ্লায়ার থেকে আরেক সাপ্লায়ারও যাইতে হইলে আমরা নোটিশ দেওয়া যাইতে হয় So we just have to wait for the notice period, and once the notice period is over, we should have a faster broadband. So essentially, you know, in the near future, when we do our shows, there shouldn't be any lag or any stuttering. Let's see. Shokutalio hoida e jumper expand hoy mata dukaite falle baki kham boli jaibo. Oh dear. Chinese way of what I don't understand, when the Syrian people were getting slaughtered, our community kept very quiet. Very strange. As a matter of fact, that's not true. If you think about it, মানে আমরা যারা বিদেশ আছি, for example America, Europe, আসলে মনে হয় দান খয়রাতের মাঝে আমরা অনেক মানে financial help দিছি, plus আমরা community থেকে তো, you know, young brothers went out, you know, convoy, you know, with medical supplies, food, clothing, ওতালুইয়া গেছেন আসলে ওইছে। বাট অনেক সময় আছে যে কোনো জিনিস আমরা চোখের সামনে না হয়, আমরা দেখছি না, বাট yes, Syria somewhere I can vouch for it, you know. You know, some Ramsey boys went out as well, you know, on the convoy, and I know, you know, some lads from Oldham, I personally know some lads from Oldham have actually gone out to, you know, do some relief and, you know, some charity work there. Okay, all collection from the mosque. Yes, on Wednesday inshallah, you know, I'll give you an update of আমরা ton, yes, ton 6 ton খাফুর উঠাইছে, আর টাকা পয়সা কত উঠছে এটারও মানে একটা ব্রেকডাউন দিব, you know. I need to get all the facts, খালি এখনো না মানুষ ডোনেট করদা। So যে ফিগার অকল দিব আপনারা, obviously it's going to be the figure as of the last known point. Yes, Jackson, yeah, I agree with you. Yes, our community has done a lot, you know. Like I said, I mean, nam khuidam na khekhegeson, but amar jana moto, you know, young brothers have actually gone from Ramsey area. So, you know, we have, yes, Jackson is saying our community in groups went out in few convoys. Yeah, I can agree with that. Abu Ismail Zigaira, where's the cat? I can't hear it. Well, actually, it's plural. Cats. I've got 2 cats, and they're waiting patiently just outside that door there. I've told them, I said, I'll give you some treats if you don't scratch the door. If you scratch the door, no treats. Tarabuche. Right, okay. So, yes. So asker video is just a quick update of our holders and what's going on, you know, on the MBS side. Zara zanonna, you know what MBS is all about. MBS is an acronym, shortened version of Media Broadcasting Services. Now the media side could be anything. It could be something that's pre-recorded. So let's say it could be someone doing religious talks. We could be, you know, like streaming that. It could be a live video talking about various different discussions like we're doing now. It could be things like, you know, a community issue, you know, something that's affecting us day in, day out in England, or it could be something that's happening in Bangladesh. If anyone's got video stream, or even, you know, we've got the facility for someone to sort of Skype us, and we can do, you know, a split screen, so you can see them from where they're Skyping, you can see us, you know, and obviously, you know, everyone that's following our videos can actually see on the live feed, you know, all the comments that are coming in. Let's see now. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly share this to one of our groups, just to make sure that everyone gets to see this, so everyone knows what's going on. Right, okay. Right, Jackson Mehweda, I know there are 2 confirmed heads that are willing to go to Bangladesh on a convoy to distribute the clothes and the donated money. Yes, this is the other thing that we lightly touched on last Tuesday's program about making people aware of the situation in Burma. গত হপ্তাহে এই সম্পর্কে সামান্য কিছু আলাপ আলোচনা করছিলাম যে আমরা চ্যারিটিতে না দিয়া আমরা যদি নিজে ডাইরেক্ট আমরা কেউ গিয়া এই পয়সা বিতরণ করতাম পারি পয়সা বিতরণ না হইয়া এখন মেঘ বৃষ্টির টাইম বাতাসের টাইম তুফানের টাইম সো এখন তারা রয়েছে শেল্টারের দরকার বাঁশ লওয়ার দরকার টার্পিলিন ওইখানে গাড়া পলিথিনের শিট ওয়াটারপ্রুফ শিট ওগুলার দরকার আর কিতা খানির দরকার স্পেশালি বাচ্চাদের কাপড় চোপড় বাচ্চাইন আর বয়স্ক যারা আছেন বৃদ্ধ মানুষের that is essential, they need that, so things like that. এখন যদি আপনারা চ্যারিটি দেন register অনেক চ্যারিটি আছে and I'm not saying every charity is the same, but কোনো চ্যারিটি হল আছে যে তারা করে কিতা তারার খরচ পাতে যা পাশে ওগুন তারা মানে এই চ্যারিটি যে খামে মানুষের ডোনেট করে ও খাসন লাগায় কোনো কোম্পানি আছে যে যারা ব্যবসায়ী যারা মানে ব্যবসায়ী যারা দান করে এটারে তারা হয় গিফট এইড সো ও ভিএটি যে ট্যাক্স যেটা আছে 20% ট্যাক্স দিতে আছে এই 20% গভর্নমেন্টের নিয়া এই 20% দিলাই চ্যারিটিরে আর ও চ্যারিটিও করে কিতা ও পয়সা দিয়ে তারা অ্যাডমিনিস্ট্রেশনের কাম চালায়. Oh, by the way, let's see, what's his name? Abu Isma, did you hear the cat scratching? Yeah? They heard that you were asking, so tara scratching will acknowledge Allah. Yes, I'm da asi. Which right, so let's see. Yeah, so yeah, essentially, like I'm da Burma shonde. এটা আমরা আপডেট দিব and go into further how we can help. সবাই না যেহেতু আমরা ও টপিকের মাঝে আমরা আলাপ আলোচনা করতাম জাস্ট ওটা আমরা মানে সবাই স্মরণ হইতে দিতাম চাই যে বার্মা মায়ানমার থেকে যে কোনো জিনিস হোক না কেন যে কোনো জিনিস অনেক সময় আছে খাফরও অনানে বার্মার বানানো হয় যেহেতু এটা মানে চিপ তো বার্মায় যদি বানানো হয় and it's cheap অনেক সময় দোকান হলটার নাম হওয়া ঠিক নাই বাট very famous দোকান পিডি স্টার্ট হয় বাদ বাকি হইলাম না এখান থেকে প্রায় মানুষ আমরা কাপড় চোপড় লই সো কাপড় চোপড় যেহেতু আমরা লই না নি আমরা অনেক সময় আমরা মনে করি যে ওকে আমরা সুলভ মূল্যে পাই সস্তায় পাই আমরা মনে করি যে ইয়েস আমরা গুট্টা মারি দিচ্ছি বাট এটার পিছনে যে মানে এটা খিতা ফান্ডিং করে কোন জায়গার যার এটা আমরা চিন্তা করি না প্রাইম এক্সাম্পল হচ্ছে আমরা মাছ ডাকেরও কথা মাছে ভাতে বাঙালি সো উইদাউট মাছ অ্যান্ড নো ভাত ইউ ক্যানট বি বাঙালি সো আমরা মানে বেসরে আমরা গ্রোসারির মানে দ্য main expense of our grocery run every week কি জিনিস মাছ তো অনেক সময় খেয়েও আমরা শখ করে খাই ছোটো মাছ ফোনা ছোটো মাছ বড় মাছ ব্লকের প্রি-কাট মাছ কোনো সময় আমরা আস্তা মাছও লই যাওয়া হয় না এখানে আমরা এটা আমরা ডিউটি এটা আমরা উপরে এটা একটা করণীয় ইয়ে গেছে যে আমরা কয়েকটা জিনিস আমরা মাইনা চলতাম ফর এক্সাম্পল যদি আমরা জানি যে মাছ একটা আইছে বার্মা থেকে লেটস ইউজ আ গুড এক্সাম্পল বোয়াল মাছ যদি হয় আমরা বার্মা থেকে আমার আন্দাজে মানে মনে হয় 10-এর মাঝে 6 আয় বার্মা থেকে আর আমরা দেশ থেকে সামান্য কিছু আয় খালি আমরা দেশ থেকে মানে আস্থা পৃথিবীর মানে বিতরণ করা হয় যেন বাঙালি আছেন ইউরোপ আমেরিকা এটসেট্রা মিডল ইস্টও যায় সো আমরা যদি মাছ লওয়ার সময় অ্যাটলিস্ট আমরা লেবেলটা ভালো করে দেখি লেবেলটা দেখি আমরা দেখি যে এটা বাংলাদেশি না বার্মার যদি বার্মার হয় আমরা লইতাম না প্রাইস ওয়াইজ সামান্য একটু বেশ হইব বাট বার্মার জিনিস যদি লই আমরা তারার ইকোনমি চলতে থাকবো আর যদি আমরা বয়কট করি তাইলে তারার যে একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রি আছে এই ইন্ডাস্ট্রিটা grind to a halt. So essentially what it means, if they were going to ship a ton of fish, let's say for example a ton of fish, and Bengalis or Muslims all over the world, they refuse to buy Burmese products, what's going to happen? It's going to pile up and it's not going to sell. So if it doesn't sell, the shopkeepers aren't going to throw the stock away. They just won't buy any more stock until the existing stock has moved. আর অনেক সময় দোকানদার হলতে তারা ওই জিনিসটা মনে খেয়াল করবা যে লাভের আশায় সারিতেই বা লেবেল বদলাইলেই আপনারা যদি জানা থাকে বা কোনো সময় সন্দেহ হয় আপনারা দোকানদারের লগে আলাপ হইয়া দেখবা আর যদি না আপনারা জানুন যে লেবেল চেঞ্জ করা হয় তারা আপনারা অবশ্যই ওয়ার্নিং দেওয়া সত্ত্বে যদি তারা আবার এগুলা সেম জিনিস করে তাহলে আপনারা ট্রেডিং স্ট্যান্ডার্ডস গিয়া নালিশ করবা তারা ইনভেস্টিগেটিং করব just quickly mention a couple of things here let's see Idris bhai assalamu alaikum nice of you to join us আমরা to কিছু misunderstanding এর কারণে আজকে আমরা জয়েন্ট শো করতাম পারছি না but ওই বনে there's loads of more shows to come Batman and Robin duo Jackson Miyahira now I don't mind going and one of my mates he also wants to go he's referring to going to Bangladesh and handing out the goods I appreciate that bro and like you say sometimes it's best to leave it to people who are used to Bangladesh যারা used to নাই it can be a bit overwhelming especially either in a situation কারণ যারা আমরা দেশ রেগুলার আওয়া যাওয়া করি আমরা চিন্নি করছি we know how hectic it can be so just imagine in that situation how hectic it will be because there's a lot of people very hungry very cold and very wet so you can imagine as soon as you extend your hand they're going to start grabbing like clawing you because that's out of desperation so sometimes it's best to leave it to those who have a bit of experience in that sort of field but yeah it's a very good noble thing to do appreciate that Ahmed Ali bhai assalamu alaikum I hope you're okay and thank you for joining us and yeah good subject thank you and we're just touching on various little things and it's mainly an update video to see like what's happening in the MBS world because at the moment I'm only doing one video a week whereas before we used to do 2 videos one being a music show yes Ahmed Ali bhai you're right you named it but I'm not going to read it out for legal purposes you can understand Shaukat Ali bhai there's a charity dinner organised by Rochdale Council of Mosques to raise money for the Rohingya people so if anyone wants to come along then they can contact Dobir Mia to get a ticket Ijasam you can share his number to get the date and venue good yep that's fantastic I'll give that detail out on Wednesday I'm going to make a note and I'll give the details out on Wednesday আপনারা জানা রাখবা যে আমরা নর্থ ওয়েস্টও যারা আসন আর কি আমরা নর্থ ওয়েস্ট এরিয়াত একটা চ্যারিটি ডিনার অর্গানাইজ করা হইব আমরা রস্টেল মসজিদ কাউন্সিলে পক্ষ থেকে আর এই খানার আয়োজন কিছু আলাপ হইব আর strategizing basically চিন্তা ধারণা যে কেমনে কিতা করা যায় কিলা করলে যে রোহিঙ্গার মানুষের সাহায্য করা যায় আর বাংলাদেশে যে আশ্রয় নিছে তারা এই সম্পর্কে মানে তারার ভবিষ্যতের একটা চিন্তা ধারণা প্লাস কিছু খানার আয়োজন হইব আর যে পয়সা মানে বাকি থাকে এগুলা রোহিঙ্গার মানুষের লাগে যে ফান্ডও দেবইব আর এটা বিতরণ কিভাবে হইব না এটা সম্পর্কে আপনারা বিস্তারিতভাবে জানতে পারবা Chinese Bayer Huila, I was reading today that Bidesh is going to buy rice from Myanmar to feed the Burma people. We'll try to post the link. Yes, you're absolutely right. There's two reasons why I don't want to elaborate on this point. I spoke to, well, I didn't speak to, actually, last week's our guest, Joinaluddin, you know, the keyboard warrior, you know, he forwarded me a link and I read it and like I say, you know, I try and that's just how it is politics involved করতাম না আমরা শোর মাঝে যার কারণে এই সম্পর্কে আমি ওখানে আলাপ করতাম না খালি দুই একজন যদি থাকে না নেই তাইলে মানে আদান প্রদান ওই লেগে আলাপ জিনিসটার ডিসকাশনের একটা মজা পারে so I'll wait for my guest to touch on that but to be honest with you, as the saying goes, it feels like a kick in the gob. But that's all I'm going to say. You know, I'm going to keep it nice and short on that one. On the subject of boycotting, I urge the big cash and carry to boycott buying fishes in bulk from Burma. I was at a cash and carry in Oldham and they said it's business. You know, and they will continue to buy. Yeah, that's a really bad comment. That bad comment in the sense that it's sad. You know, you know, if we put profit, money before people's lives, that is sad. That is really sad. Carrying on with Shaukat Alibai's comment. Yeah, I was at a cash and carry, and they said it's business, and they will continue to buy, and they have cleared the stock. It's really shocking that they changed the label to Thailand. Now you see, got after you সম্পর্কে আলাপ আলোচনা করছিলাম যে মানুষে label change করি নাই, but Shaukat Bhaiya কইছেন যে they have changed from Burma to Thailand. That is just nasty. You know, putting profit before human life. You know, shame on you people. If any of you guys are watching, you know, shame on you guys. Because think of it, the same thing could happen to us Bengalis. Amra Bengali nai. It could happen to Pakistanis. It could happen to all foreigners essentially. So who's going to have our back if we don't know how to have another brothers and sisters back? So you know, I'll just leave it in your conscience. That is sad. That is really upsetting. Carrying on with this subject. I left the fish there and told them it's a shameful act. Well done, Shaukat Bhai. You know, my salute. They have changed the labels on some blocks of fish, and I'm reporting them to trading standards. Well done, lad. Yeah, you do that. You actually reported to. You've already spoken to them. You've told them. They are aware of what's happening in the news, media, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp. Everyone's, you know, like bombarding everyone. Right, you know, there's something, one thing or another. There's always something, you know, like in Facebook. So, you know, they can't say that they're not aware of it. You know, that is clear rubbish. Right, Chinese Way, this one link, yeah, okay. There is a link on my timeline. Modin, yes, nice of you to join us, sir. I hope you're well, I know it's not music, but I hope you're enjoying the discussion. Ahmed Ali Bhaiya Huida, I went to my local fish shop. I told them that I won't buy Burma fish. They assured me that they stopped getting fresh supply. I know that big fish are mostly from Burma, so go for small fish. Good advice to be on the safe side. Thank you, Ahmed Ali Bhai. I mean, Zal look out, like, Dekha, I mean, Mati, so, I give a similar type of answer, similar type of advice. Like, at the end of the day, on simple terms, I just look at it from my view. Today it's the Burmese, the Rohingyans. Tomorrow it could be Bengalis. Simple, Manche kota hoy na shob din ek shoman jay na. Today you might be, driving a Mercedes, wearing gold chains, wearing the most expensive perfumes. Tomorrow it can all go. You'll have to literally run with the clothes on your back, and that's lucky if you have any clothes, or if you're even given that opportunity. Muhammad Junaid Bhai, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining us, sir. Then very good huida. Yes, আপনারা যে খাবার হদান and অনুষ্ঠানগুলা, like fantastic. Again, salam janab. You're doing a very good job, and keep it up, please. Like আপনারা viewer, অনেক viewer, যত মানুষের কাছে মানে এটা গিয়া পৌঁছতে পারে তত ফায়দা, because A, you're educating people, B, you're stopping people from making a simple mistake. There is no excuse for ignorance, especially with today, the way things are today, with the amount of information out there. There is no excuse. Modin, the link is above, is the story of rice buying from Myanmar. Yes, thank you Modin, by much appreciated. Salam, walaikum salam, sir. It's just me tonight. The rest of the team, everyone's doing their own thing, chilling, relaxing. Aram hoda holo. So, obviously, because our test phase is over, I'm just carrying on, so that everyone knows, what's happening. We're still here. We haven't gone, I'm just giving you the updates, what's happening. And behind the scenes, I'm that hobby aimu na aimu shop gulam da mane apnar announcement amda dimu agamite janaimu amda every week kita or hour. So you're not going to be left in the dark, and there's going to be entertainment. It's going to be good. Stay with us. Right. Shukadalway, respect. Yes. Jackson, I really hope our local cash and carries are boycotting fishes from Myanmar, and if they do, I'll be the first one to shame them on Facebook Live. Thumbs up, lad. What he was referring to, he's corrected it. Yeah, if they don't boycott. Yeah. I mean, বুঝছি মদিনা হইরা ঈদের সময় আমরা সাথে same হইতে পারে. Yes, there is a history of this in this country. সাথে তারা করছে back in history. Look up on programs in York. Yeah, absolutely. Same জিনিস আমি গত সপ্তাহে আমরা মেনশন করছিলাম যে the same thing, সমান জিনিস উইতে থাকে, but different জাতি. কোনো সময় খালা, কোনো সময় ইহুদি, কোনো সময় মুসলমান. The cycle keeps rolling. Again, আমরা চাই না যে আমরা অনুষ্ঠানের মাঝে like politics involved করতাম, but sadly everything does revolve around politics. So I'm not going to mention any parties, I'm not going to mention any fors and against, but sometimes some events that we are witnessing here in the UK are politically driven. It's essentially to turn your attention from what is actually happening to something else, divert your attention, so you don't see the elephant in the room. It's just a crazy thing, just crazy. Alright, yeah. So, yeah, just to sort of reiterate what we were saying, আজকের অনুষ্ঠান, basically just আপনার লগে তোরা কিছু গপসপ করলাম, and I was expecting a couple of guests. By the looks of it, they're not going to turn up, so we'll have to continue the discussion on Burma, and other local issues we'll discuss on Wednesday. And on Wednesday shor maze mehman liyai moto ya বাকি আমরা বার্মার সম্বন্ধে আপনারা আপডেট দিতাম পারবো আমরা। আর আমরা ভিউয়ারের মাঝে যারা ফ্রেন্ড বন্ধুরা আসুন, আপনারা লোকাল এলাকার মাঝে চ্যারিটিজও তোলা ওর এগুলার তথ্য আপনারা দিতে পারেন, শেয়ার করতে পারেন আমরা লগে on live in the comments, which will be really good, because video, we've got people watching from all over the world. সারা বিশ্বের চতুর্দিক থেকে মানুষের দেখরা, Middle East, Bangladesh, America, Australia, South Africa, Europe obviously. So পৃথিবীর সব প্রান্ত থেকে মানুষের দেখা অনুষ্ঠান, আর কত একটা সুন্দর সুবিধা, কত সুন্দর একটা সুযোগ সুবিধা হইটা দ্য ওয়েস অফ ফেসবুক, ইউটিউব লাইভ, এগুলার মাঝে আমরা খরচও নাই, জাস্ট আমরা সময় দিতাম, তথ্যগুলা জোগাড় করতাম like a decent journalist, rather than just এক সাইডা মাথা, get the right facts, balance it up, and give the information to the people so the people can make their own minds up. কত সুন্দর সুযোগ সুবিধা the weekend. Let's use it. Let's use this platform to help people, educate people, to benefit people. So, guys, just stay with me. Let's see. Raju Ahmed Bhaiya Huida. Oh, salam everyone. Salam Ijay Bhai and everyone. Keep boycotting and stay emotionally strong. Yes, bro. It does. At times, it is very upsetting. Like the graphic videos that we see. Gumtunitya, right way too. You get notifications on your phone, and as soon as you open social media, oh my God, sometimes you can understand people running away, people crossing vast lands. You can watch that and not bat an eyelid. But when you see people being beaten, black and blue, people being, chopped up, like as if they were, like cattle in a butcher's shop, you can't take it lightly. It's just, we're not talking about chopping up a chicken or a sheep or a lamb. He's talking, chopping up human beings. And religion doesn't really come into the equation. It doesn't matter whether you're Muslim, Hindu, Christian, Jewish. It doesn't matter. It's humanity, and we need to stand up for humanity. So like I say, social media is a fantastic platform, and I urge everyone, use it. If you have 10 friends, go live, let those 10 friends know, tell your other 10 friends, to do the same. If you're not feeling confident, no worries, get in touch with us, come and join us. Let's do a joint video where we can sit down and discuss, pros and cons. Some people aren't very confident. I know I've had colleagues, that I've had the pleasure of working with many years, but they're not very confident public speakers. Very intelligent, very knowledgeable, but public matte tarar boy lage. But tarar moto manush jodi amra paitam, aya bui amra alap solution kortam partam, it would have made life a lot easier, because some people just understand one side. Media jata dekhe oto buze, kintu flip side of the coin বিপরীত পৃষ্ঠার চিন্তা কেউ করে না বিকজ আমরা কেউ আছি উই সো লেজি আমরা এত লেজি যে আমরা নিজে গিয়া তথ্য আমরা খুঁজে বার করতে পারি না just quickly I'll do a comment for you like আমরা Chinese ভাই একজন Indonesia থাকি Farooq Shah salam from Spice Island walaikum salam Futra I hope you're watching and enjoying the show thank you for watching and you know Farooq Shah ebata Pakistani kintu amra to aro bala bangla mate good on him he's a good lad mashallah holo dua hoida rawa amar Futra khaitu to farana rawa ebata hukaya fakhari gise fakir bachallah and I didn't mean it as a pun oh dear so as a consumer we can hurt Burma where it matters if we just be a bit alert and buy product wisely yes we can do things within our power to send a message to them we can't use force but we can use our money to make a difference absolutely Shukr Bhai absolutely that's exactly what you know this is what is known as peaceful protesting amra rastat lama lagto nai lati loa lagto nai we just stop their economy if we Bengali jodi and even if 1/10 একশোর মাঝে 10 জন যদি বাদ দেয় that's going to hit their economy really hard and believe me that is going to hit them hard they're going to start thinking খালি তো আর মাছ নাই খাফর সুফর তারপরে ভেজিটেবল আয় আনাজপাতি আয় বার্মাতনে সো আপনারা মানে দোকানে গেলে আপনারা জায়গা হইটা লিবা জাস্ট টু ক্লিয়ার ইয়োর কনসিয়েন্স একজনে যদি মিছা মাতে মানে সুখে চাই যদি মিছা মাতে that's their thingy তারা দায়ী but আমরা খামুইছি আমরা জায়গা হইটা ফাইন্ড আউট করতাম whether it is a produce of Myanmar Burma or you know somewhere like the Middle East somewhere like Europe somewhere like Bangladesh Pakistan India you know let's see yeah oh go on amra keyboard warrior o dekhra janab Janaluddin assalamu alaikum bro nice of you to join us time lesson it's ridiculous that Bangladesh has agreed to import rice from this fascist state. How's the boycott awareness going? Is everyone telling their friends and family, posting on social media? We have to keep posting these posters regarding the boycott again and again continuously. Yes, absolutely I agree with you and I cannot emphasize this particular phrase continuously আপনারা বয়কটের কথা স্মরণ কইরা দেউকা বারবার আপনারা আপনার ফ্রেন্ড বন্ধু আত্মীয় স্বজন সবাই আপনারা স্মরণ কইরা দেউকা যে আইজ তারার উপরে গর্দিশ তার আগামী খাইল আমরা রইতে পারে বেশি দূর নাই 45 years ago roughly 45 years ago সংগ্রামের সময় কিতা হইছিল ইয়াদ আসেনি যারা people that are old enough they remember people that are young you know probably grew up knowing that you know like they've lost relatives to that war Bangladesh independence war and that wasn't a war really was it was like farmers using pitchforks against guns was that a war no that was slaughter but Bengalis prevailed yeah so the thing is আজকে আমরা বালাদিন যার খাইল নাও যাইতে পারে so as a human not as a Muslim Christian Hindu Buddhist as a human it's our duty to not help fund their terror and that's the message Saleh Ahmed Tain Khuida the salam Assalamu alaikum Saleh Ahmed Bhai thank you for joining us and Asha you know you're finding it interesting Salam with the Huida, 70 to 80% of fish in local shops are from Burma. And yes, you're absolutely right. I was looking at, something like 6 in 10 fishes, but I can understand. Burma master to trust that, so it's cheap to buy. I totally agree with you. And raise awareness of this ethnic cleansing going on to our non-Muslim friends. And about boycotts campaign. Has any group gone to these big Bangladeshi importers? That is a fantastic point. I think there's two main importers. So question is, amra community group tekya, amra the community leader all also, for example, amra Muslim councillor, Muslim MPs. Well, forget them. Amra John Shadaron Zarasi, Jonogon. Amra Jonogon, amra MP councillor, mayor. Tarare approach করছিনি যে আমরা বড় বড় ব্যবসা করলে আমরা কইমু যে আমরা বয়কট করমু এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে এক বিজনেস রুদিন একজনে সামানা লয় না তার সামানা স্টক থাকি যাব সামানা যদি স্টক থাকে straight away alarm bells are going to start ringing. They'll know that something's gone wrong here, something going on. What is it? তখন মানুষের খান খার হইব. Until then they're not going to pay, they're not going to even think twice, because it's business as usual. Oh, I forgot my brew. Salam alaikum Huida. It's time to change our habit and starting eating fish from European countries. Yes, you're absolutely right, Salam Bay. Got after Onustan last Tuesday, we touched on that. Basically saying that, I'm the early settler of Holzaraslamaki Bengali. So essentially, like early settlers Zarasla, Tarato Bengali, Deshimas Faison. So we ended up having trout, rainbow trout, sprats, for sea bass, mackerel. Odorana masamda fresh fish hungeregistig luisamda market taki. So I remember clearly, I was born and raised in East London, and I used to go to Bethnal Green Market, with my mum, and we used to buy fresh fish from the market. Me growing up, I never knew the difference, because I'm just a mass masu. Mass masu, a blood zesa masu, it's fish. If it swims underwater, it's got bones in, and it's got scales, it's fish. It didn't really make much difference to me. But ohon johon amdar onek Bengali family ohol start uila awa, say late 70s, early 80s. That's when businessmen saw an opportunity, thinking, yes, good way of making money. Tohon tikua samda Bangladesh India te gaitu. And then obviously as the needs increased, Myanmar, because of their geography, and they've got marshes, swamps, and plenty of flatland. Fish farming is a fantastic opportunity there, and they took advantage of it. So that's how historically it started. Muhammad Shazanowida, salam, Sasa, how are you? Mashallah, thank you. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for joining us. Joining the conversation, lad. Joining the conversation. I was married a boycott dried sakni from Myanmar. Seen in shops, still have them. I know they're not expensive, but every penny counts. Absolutely, Abu Yusuf. Absolutely, I totally agree with you. Anything, you pick up a jar, read the label. Kundeshtaki amdani use or afnara dekhba. Judi Bangladesh roy, absolutely khauka. Judi Burma roy, please avoid it. Amra like I said, last অনুষ্ঠান আমরা জয়নাল ভাইও আসলাম, so last অনুষ্ঠান আমরা হইছি যে oh yes আমরা মুক্তার ভাইও আসলাম, you know, last অনুষ্ঠান আমরা হইছিলাম যে you know as we were growing up in this country যে সময় আমরা মানে এই শুটকি বুটকি আমরা পাইছি না, so what did we do? কেউ যদি দেশ থেকে আইতো আর লেতারা নজর হইলে আনতা তো তো পাইছি, আর নাইলে তো নাই, you know, you never, it was like a delicacy, it was like wow নাই দন পাইছি দন, you know. So now এখন তো everything is accessible, you know, বেশকে আপনার জিনিস পাইতা. So the point I'm trying to make is everything, আপনারা মোজা জুতা মোজা গেঞ্জি শার্ট প্যান্ট বাচ্চাদের স্কুলের কাপড় আপনারা লেবেল দিকে প্লিজ লেবেল দিকে আপনারা লিখবা. again এটা আমরা কইরাম যে you know like you feel proud আমরা বাংলাদেশের তৈরি গার্মেন্টস হল অনেকটা উদ্দেশ্য হয়, support them instead, support them in terms of vegetable and fish. Vegetable on to kita takana what you call it label mana takana, but অনেক সময় যে busy occasion কারির মাঝে তারা খাসার মাঝে থাকে অনেক সময় ভেজিটেবল, তো খাসার মাঝে obviously বাংলা লেখা থাকলে তো মনে হলো যেটা বাংলাদেশি সামানা, কোনো সময় নাগরি হিন্দি যদি লেখা থাকে তো বুঝলা যে হয়তো এটা ইন্ডিয়ার সামানা আর নাইলে পাকিস্তানের সামানা, লাগে হিন্দি আর উর্দু সরি yes হিন্দি লেখা থাকলে বুঝলা যে এটা ইন্ডিয়ার, আর উর্দু লেখা থাকলে তো অবভিয়াসলি পাকিস্তানি. আর অনেক সময় আছে কোনো ব্যবসা যারা মানে অত বিজি নাই, অত মাল অত চলাচল আর না, তারা অন্য বাস্কেটের মাঝে লইয়া রাখি দেব ফ্রুট অ্যান্ড ভেজ ও বক্সের মাঝে রাখি দেব. ইফ ইন ডাউট যদি কোনো সময় সন্দেহ লাগে আপনি দোকানদারদের জিজ্ঞাসা করবা যে জিনিসটা আইলো হই থেকে, সিম্পল. তাহলে যে সময় আমরা দেশি ভেজিটেবল আসিল না তখন আমরা আলু ঔদেশি আলু পাম্পকিন মিঠা কত পাইতাম কই, দি অল্টারনেটিভ ওয়াজ পাম্পকিন বাটারনাট স্কোয়াশ, ওগুলো আমরা এই সফরি লাউ যেটা আমরা কই আমরা এলাকার সফরি লাউ, আমরা সফরি লাউ মতো খাইতাম. সো there's always an alternative. তোরা একটু আর কি মানে খোঁজা লাগবো, that's the only difference. Ahmed Ali Bhaiya Huida, absolutely right. Can't go wrong with European fish, salmon, trout, herring, mackerel, sardine, tuna, etc. I can give good recipe if any needs. আপনারা যদি না বালা রেসিপির দরকার পড়ে আমরা আহমেদ ভাইয়া তাই ভলান্টিয়ার করছেন বালা রেসিপি দিবা. and yes আহমেদ ভাই absolutely আমি মানে এই সার্ডিন তারপরে salmon এগুলোর নামও আমি বলে দিছিলাম. You know, I was trying to think আরো কিতা মাছ খাইছিলাম, I can't remember, but yeah, thank you for that. You're absolutely right. And again, দর্শক বন্ধুরা, friends, if you need a good recipe, inbox this guy. He's a genius. He's an absolute genius. Shukut Ali Bhaiya, I want to call on, I'm not going to say the name, I want to call on and other importers to show some steel boycotting of Burma fishes that can really hurt them. Yes, that's something I think we really need to do. You know, it's come to a point where it's beyond it's something that we cannot ignore anymore. আমরা দেশে কত লাখ মানুষ জান বাঁচাইয়া গেছে, তারা তো বাঁচি গেছে, অ্যাটলিস্ট তারা জানে পাচ্ছে, হয়তো তারা you know they haven't got a decent roof over their head, they're not eating right, they're not warm enough, but at least they're alive. যারা মায়ানমার রিসে তারার কি অবস্থা, তারা তো হাজার মোটা, এটা হিসাব কেউ দেননি আমরা. Or do we actually get the actual figures? We don't. So you know, dua sara amdar kita khurtam bari. We, like I said, you know, we can't go into the field. So the most peaceful way to do it is boycotting produce. I mean, Raju Bhaiye, over the weekend, this video about a Muslim, a brother in London, who went to the Myanmar consulate, Myanmar embassy gya, bichara Myanmar diplomat loge matto saisla. So the bloke, he's a huge bloke, Doman lahan baraise guria. And he basically no, yes, he basically fobbed him off. And yes, I can understand, you can't just turn up somewhere and expect a dignitary to come and respond to you. It doesn't work that way. You need a proper recorded system. For example, email afne khorba, email khoida afne appointment khorba, saiba appointment. Judi afne firot jawab paina, tohon afne, you give him a reasonable time to say, amdar loge adha ghonta farona 20 minute tumi buya amdar loge mato, let's exchange views and see if we can come to some amicable understanding, a good in between. So there are various ways of doing things, but like I say, Amda as a community, whether you're based in Rochdale, whether you're based in Oldham, whether you're based in Manchester, the Northwest, or the whole of England, the point I'm trying to make is we need to get organised to get our voices heard. We go on demonstration, under Rochdale demonstration, we say Oldham demonstration in Manchester, and so on and so forth. Bibina town hall demonstration, we say, but some of them are falling on deaf ears, because amda town hall or samne judi amda demonstration khori, a lot of it's going to fall on deaf ears, because it's not going to be something of, it's going to raise awareness, but it's not going to have any positive action. So what we need to do is take our demonstration from spotted, from little places here, there and there and there, and organise it towards a consulate of Myanmar, Burma. Take it there, let our voices be heard, let them see our unity. Something to think about, and maybe something that we can discuss on Wednesday. Jackson, I'll be going out and about to cash and carries and see who's selling what. Good lad, yeah. But let me give you some advice, Jackson. You're still young and, as the saying goes, full of spunk, as in full of energy. And I just want to say to you that be careful and be level-headed. Don't be angry, otherwise you'd be actually disturbing the peace and causing a public offence. You don't want that. If you're going to do something peacefully, do it in such a manner that it's not being offensive, it's not being aggressive, but do it in such a way that you're diplomatic as well. You're getting your point across, but at the same time not causing offence, direct offence. So like I say, you've got some distinguishable members of the community, like Shokut Bay is literally round the corner from you. If you need some advice, Dawlat Bay at the Waterworth Community Centre, there are a lot of people accessible to you if you need advice. Sadly, I live a fair distance away, so I'm not always accessible, and because I do other bits and bobs, I'm at time to sadly. But like I say, be careful, be very tactful in what you do. Mohammed Shah, every good stuff comes from evil countries. Yes, bro, to a certain extent you're right. Is it cause of effect, as in, is it because of the produce and the way they produce it, which causes the effect of poverty, misery. I don't know, it's not my place to say, but yeah, to a certain degree I agree with your point. Alicia Ali Maju, hi Sam, hi back to you, nice of you to join us. If you have some valuable information regarding what's happening in your area in regards to what people are doing in terms of demonstration, boycotting, raising money, raising clothes, and so on and so forth, let us know in the comments, and we'll give everyone an update on the Wednesday show. And nice of you to join us. And it's a shame we haven't got any music on today, but the music will follow very soon. Also exposed the lie that the Rohingya benefit from the fish imported from Myanmar. Yes, that is a commonly used line of bull crap. I'm trying to sort of keep my profanity to an absolute zero, to the point where people understand what I'm trying to say, and I'm not actually offending someone directly. But there's this thing that's going about. People are saying that, the Rohingya people are the fish farmers. They benefit from the sales of. To be honest with you, this Rohingya thing, this thing has been going on for a long time, to be honest with you. Sometimes it flares up, for various political reasons. Sometimes it flares up, and this is a recent flare up, but don't forget, people, this has been happening for about a better part of 50 odd years. So it's nothing new. It flares up, quietens down, because some other incident takes precedence over that, and we forget about, look at Syria. No one talks about Syria nowadays. No one talks about Palestine, because there's other things going on that supersedes. That's old news. And that's the same thing that's happening with the Rohingya people. They are simple farmers. These guys don't even have certain civil rights that most of us take for granted. So that's another thing that people need to be aware of, and we need to really be wary of that fact that don't believe everything you hear. Do a bit of research. The internet is a vast place of knowledge, and yes, some sources, like I said last show, some sources are a load of rubbish. It's essentially telling you things that you would like to hear, pro towards a particular group, and other places you'd find certain facts and figures that actually tally up with what you're seeing. Mohammed Shahzan, how do you know products might come from other country? Any Burma putting their stamp on? Yes, Mohammed Shahzan, that's খুব সুন্দর একটা question also, but to answer your question, yes, any produce, anything, whether it's fruit, veg, meat products, fish products, anything that comes from abroad, even if it's from, put it this way, right, if something comes from Birmingham to Rochdale, it has to be labelled. Now, if it has to be labelled from Birmingham to Rochdale, well, let's use an easier one. There's a poultry processor in Bolton, a very well-known poultry processor, slaughterhouse in Bolton. I've known that place for at least 30 odd years. I've used them for my own businesses. Now, even they have to produce certificates that where their chickens came from. So To answer your question, Shazwan, yes, they have to be labelled. If the individual item, if they are like an individual item, say, I don't know, let's use the dozen. If there's 12 items in a packet, then at the moment, like, as far as I know and remember reading about it, is that the packet needs to be labelled, not the individual items. But stores all over the country, this country, they have started labelling each and every one of their boxes. So it's become a requirement. And to answer your question, more precisely about things that come from, abroad, do they have to be labelled? Yes, they do. If they aren't labelled, then they are literally in breach of a quarantine, because, like, I know it may sound, petty, but there is an actual law preventing any raw stuff, vegetable and fruit, to be imported from one place to another unless it's been properly processed. For example, tropical it could become a massive problem, because it could be a predator that that sort of feeds on the food chain, or the insect food chain, which affects the crop that we have in this country. I'm just going to pick something up for random, say potato, for example, potato and mustard. So if we had a tropical bug come over, in a basket of vegetables, and that was introduced into what, somehow it flew over and gone into a potato field, it could actually spoil the crop. And if somehow it mated and like it produced even more like weird genetic weird stuff, all sorts of weird stuff is going to happen to the local ecology. So yes, it has to be labelled, so that if something does go wrong, they have a place to look. But what is tragic is that doesn't stop shopkeepers from pulling their shutters down, closing their doors, and behind closed doors swapping stickers. That doesn't stop them. So if anyone suspects anyone doing something like that, you need to speak to the shopkeeper and give them a warning, basically saying that, look, we know you're doing this, okay? We know you're doing this. Stop doing it. Otherwise, we're going to get in touch with trading standards. And sometimes trading standards can be a right pain. They can seize a lot of stuff. Now, when they seize stuff, they don't give it back. They just incinerate it, burn it. So essentially what happens is that stock is lost. The shop owner loses money. So, like I said, there's always a peaceful way around things, diplomatic way. Jackson Meir says, there's one topic I wanted to raise about the community who has worked tirelessly around the clock, spent our time at BACP sorting out bags and bags of clothes for the Rohingya people. But for the topic based on what clothes we come across and what we had to refuse and accept. That is a fantastic point, Jackson. That was something that I was going to touch on the Wednesday show, on the chat show. Just literally, basically, thanking people for coming up with good stuff. And on our Facebook page, as a show got people like yourselves. I've also posted that please don't donate stuff that you wouldn't wear. I mean, realistically, if something belonged to the bin, simple, bin it. There's no buts and ifs. If you're not going to let your child wear it, don't expect someone else's child to wear it. If it's got more holes than a colander, don't give it. That's just stupid. You're just giving something that you were going to throw away. And if you're donating something for the Sadqa Swab, then donate something decent, so that some person can actually wear it and appreciate, you know, the warmth, the, you know, the quality. Okay, it doesn't have to be, you know, A1 grade, but as long as it's wearable, you know, something that you wouldn't be ashamed of wearing, well, on your trip from, you know, like your house to the shops, for example. So yeah, Jackson Mia will talk about that on Wednesday, inshallah. Kalaga, you know, the fundraising isn't finished here. You know, it's going to carry on. You know, hopefully we're going to make a bigger movement, and we're going to work in partnerships with other local, you know, like groups, and hopefully, you know, raise enough cash so that, you know, I spoke to Joanna, you know, the keyboard warrior, and, you know, we talked about stuff doing, like, you know, hiring places like restaurants, just like, you know, like আমরা বিয়া শাদী লাগলে for example আমরা restaurant আমরা সুকমাল দিলে and they cook it for us and so on and so forth. You know, we can do something like that, because local businesses are going to benefit, because they're going to get a one-time payment for a one-time job, and for the ease of, you know, like distributing, rather than, you know, getting people waiting in line, you know, with paper plates or something, and then you're dishing rice out, dishing curry out and so on. Rather than doing that, under Bangladesh, you know, we use plastic bags. Salad bag sorry. We can use plastic bags, fill the plastic bags with the portions, tie them up, put them in a box, and then take out the box, and as people pass by, you just give them a pack. It's far more easier. We do it already in the masjids now. You know, so it's not something that it's like, wow, it's a new invention. You know, we've never did this before. We do it all the time when we have any shinnis going about. So, you know, it's just all about using our common sense, really. And, you know, a bunch of people sitting round a table over a cup of tea thinking, right, how do we do this in an efficient manner so that there's less mechanical things to go wrong. These are the things that, you know, hopefully, inshallah, we'll talk about on Wednesday. Yep. Yeah, I understand, Jackson, you know, what you're saying about, you know, ill and horrible and all that stuff. Totally agree. You know, some people, it's difficult. Some people, you know, like, don't understand, you know, unless something happens to them and they're in that situation. That's only when they understand. How often do people actually, you know, stand and ponder thinking, now if I were in that place, what would I do? Not many people, trust me, I know. Yeah, good lad. Chinese bhaiya kita huita, let's see. Yeah, Chinese bhaiya huita, we need to educate our murubbis about boycotting matter. Yes, absolutely. Education essentially starts at home, you know. So we can just talk to our family members around the dinner table, around the dining table, and just have a chat. You know, I've been chatting with you folks for what which is an amazing, you know, over an hour 15 minutes. So, you know, we can do that to our family members, can't we? I'm sure we can. It's just a matter of, you know, explaining how we're actually helping Burma's economy by buying their stuff, and by what? Saving a few quid a week. So are you essentially saying that is the price of life, only a few quid a week? When you put it in that context, it's easy for people to understand. I'm not going to read that one out. Raja Ahmed Bhaiya Huison company, yeah, I'm not saying the name, and moral duty to safeguard human lives. They should import fish from other places besides. I totally agree with you, bro, and like I say, it's people like you and me, you know, our friends, we need to get together and organize something, a peaceful rally, very peaceful. There's no need to shout. There's no need to. It's essentially like you and me talking, saying, bro, do you want to support this? Just for a couple of quid extra profit. Just imagine, right? It's your sadaqah. If you're making less profit by causing less harm, you're actually having less sin. Okay, a sin is a sin, I understand, but it's a question of the lesser evil, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm not going to read it out loud. We need to educate our elders regarding boycotting. They might say, why should I boycott that fish from Myanmar when it's cheaper? Absolutely. Just educate them. It's just a matter of us talking and trying to make sense of why. If we understand why, then it's not difficult to make others understand or explain to others why, spending an extra couple of quid, what kind of a difference it make. Just imagine if say for example, quick maths, if say for example, a fish costs £10, and there's 100,000 Bengalis, and 100,000 people buy fish for £10 a week. That's £1 million, isn't it? That's £1 million. Now imagine if those people didn't buy that product. That's £1 million less sales that week. Now somebody, quickly, get your currency converter out, because I'm just thinking, whether Bangladesh, I think, what is it? Something around the 115 mark per sterling pound, and Burma's money is something like, what is it? I can't remember. We spoke about it. I had a laugh about it. It's like, yeah, if I were to go buy a pack of cigarettes, it'll probably cost me 50,000, whatever their country's currency is. So their economy is not as strong. So imagine in 1 week if we hit them for 1 million, and if we were to continue, just do it for, again, picking a random number, let's say for 3 months, 12 weeks, that's £12 million. Obviously no one's buying fish for just a tenner. Some fishes are like 80-90 quid, depending how big your family is, or whether you're buying the fish in one go and storing it in your freezer. But on average, that's a lot of money, and you're preventing that money going to Myanmar, and by preventing that, you're affecting their economy, and by affecting their economy means you're driving their money down further. And yes, it makes a difference. Seriously, it does. Can you imagine? Do you remember when the euro came in, how the pound plummeted? Do you remember when Trump became president and the pound plummeted? Brexit, pound plummeted. Every time something drastic happens, the currency drops. And now, I'm not in this whole world, there are like the super money are sterling, yen, and the dollar. Essentially that money is dominating the world market, and even those big money even fluctuate when a huge something happens to the market. So imagine how much you can actually hit Myanmar's economy by just boycotting fish. Khalidar fish now, we've got clothes, we've got beverages coming from Myanmar, drinks and various different other liquid stuff like what's it called, tamarind and all that stuff. What I would say is, please read the label. If it says Myanmar, don't buy it. There are other alternatives. Let's see. Apparently, aid cannot be given to the Rohingya directly in Bangladesh. You need permission from the Bangladeshi government. Yeah, that's a sketchy policy. Like I say, I don't want to go into politics, but like I say, us as human beings, us, being Bengalis, we're very creative. There's always ways around it. আমরা পয়সা হয়তো না দিতাম পারি direct, but we can provide them with food, dry food, so they can cook for themselves, like sana, saul, lobon, sini, tel. We can provide that. So instead of giving aid in terms of finances, we can actually give stuff out, food, because it's something that they can't stockpile, and if they can't stockpile, they can't monetize on it. And at the moment, the way I look at it is, the situation they're in, they're not in a situation to monetize anything. It's a struggle to live. Simple. Boshur Mia, very nice program, brother. No sing a song tonight? No, we're not. Obviously, Boshur Bhai, you haven't actually watched our previous videos where we said our testing phase is over. We had a testing phase for approximately 12 weeks, just to sort of test our sound, video, transmission. Everything's been tested, and we've grinded every little nook and cranny, so we know technical side we've sorted. Everything is fine and it's dusted, and now all we need to do is find ways of improving the backgrounds, improving the venue, and so on and so forth. And once we do that, we need to have artists available. Without artists, who's going to play the music? Who's going to do the singing? So we need artists to come forward. If there's no artist, there's no singing. So don't blame me, blame the artists. Abu Isma 107. What is that referring to, 107, Abu Isma? Please, can you let me know in your comments? Because I haven't got the faintest idea, 107, what 107 means. Is it 107 per taka of Rohingya Burmese money, or what? I'm not sure. Please, can you clarify that, please? While I have another sip of my brew. So yes, rather than actually carry on talking about the Burma, because we're going to do a show on it, a further show on it on Wednesday. I'm not update some of them. I'm future kita khorar khial. I'm not bobshate. I'm not irada says we're going to do some short advertisements for local businesses. So we'll be shooting videos, editing videos, doing sound, and so on. Other thing is, I've posted a couple of times about the MBS Studioz. MBS Studioz as in, our recording facilities. So I'm that, in the future, we will be able to provide a recording service. So for example, if you're an artist, a budding artist, bathroom artist, whatever, or if you're even thinking of, I don't know, doing a unique gift, for example, maybe you want to sing a romantic song for your missus. I don't know, I'm just saying. Maybe you're thinking of preserving your voice for austerity, as in, we're not getting any younger. People like myself, we're getting on a bit. So there might be a burning shock inside, thinking, ooh, wouldn't it be nice to record my voice before I get old. Something to remember my heydays by. Or it could be that, you know, you're an amateur singer, you know, local talent, new talent. You just want to see, you know, like how your voice goes with music, and whether, you know, you want to pursue it any further. Maybe you're an existing artist and you do, you know, like a few gigs here and there. Maybe you want to record a couple of albums or a couple of tracks, and then at your gigs you could probably, you know, like give the discs away, maybe, or sell the albums. It's totally up to you. We have that facility. Oh, acha, abus my video the exchange rate, £1 is equal to 160. Okay, thank you, bro. thanks for that. I wonder if anyone can find out, you know, like Burma Foisha to a pound. How much is Burma Foisha? I forgot what it was called. Last week, over the weekend, you know, like you know, I was chatting and we checked out. It was a very high figure to the sterling, and you know, like I said, I was just joking, thinking, yeah, probably need about you know, 500,000 to buy a pack of cigarettes or something. It was quite high. Can't remember what it's called. So yeah, so that's one thing. That's one side that's coming over. In terms of musical styles, you know, usually, you know, like Angurmia, you know, my partner, my mate, you know, he's more into the traditional style music. I'm more into my sort of electronic music, you know, more into dance, pop, fusion, that sort of stuff. So yeah, so if you want to record something, you know, we can work something out for you. In terms of, you know, like other services that MBS would be providing is things like, you know, video shoots, not just for ads, but let's say you have you have a little dream of, you know, shooting a music video. We could do things, you know, like fairly simple, and, you know, just work on your needs and wants, and get around, you know, help you, you know, like sort of plan your project. And if needs be, you know, like we'll use drones and so on and so forth to do your videos. So again, how long is a piece of string? Your imagination is the limit, and you know what we can do with your help. We just got to sit down and, you know, bash our heads together and see what we can do. And again, you know, like I'm just mentioning, another poster that I've recently sort of just reposted on the MBS group is artists wanted. So we need local artists to come forward with their talents. It doesn't matter whether you're, you know, a vocalist. It doesn't matter whether you're, you know, you play instruments. Come forward. Let the world see your talents. That's all I'm going to say. Now, next year, essentially my plan was that excuse me. My plan was that towards the end of the year, you know, if we get a good response, we'll do a local talent show. Now, what do you think to that? How good would it be to actually have a local talent show? Can you imagine? We can get some decent judges, you know, some very popular artists to actually become your judge your performances, have various different rounds, and then, you know, go up to the finals, win some prizes. But before we actually get to that level, what do we need? We need artists. We can't do the shows, you know, with the people who've already performed on the shows, because some of them are semi-professionals. You know, as you could tell, you know, they're very good artists. Some of them are professional musicians, you know. Like I say, you know, like I really appreciate all their help throughout, you know, the test 12 weeks. You know, they've really sort of pushed the boat you know to set a standard. So, you know, it's like we need artists. Without artists, this platform is useless, essentially. You know, this platform isn't for existing artists, although we wouldn't say no. It's more to promote new artists. So whether you're a singer, musician, a poet, someone who does writing, a little bit of acting even, you know, you can do little sketches, anything, let us know. Get on, you know, inbox us with your details and we'll take it further. Oh dear, right, okay. I've just got wow. Right, I'm Ahmed Ali Vaye, I found out it's called Burma Kyat. Yeah, that's the one, Burma Kyat. And £1 is equal to 1,830.78 Kyat. I hope I'm saying it right. Kyat, something like that. Jackson Mia 1 Myanmar Kyat to a British pound is 0.00054. Wow. I didn't know there was so many decimal points. So let's see now. Right, so if £1 is equal to 1,830, then £10 would be 180,300. 300. That's still, you know, a lot of money to pay for a pack of cigarettes, you know. Oh dear. And Chinese way of confirm or not? Yes, it's Western Union rates. Can't argue with that. So, folks, I thank you heartily, graciously for joining us this evening. And inshallah, you know, we'll have a chat on Wednesday. And like I say, budbare আমি মেহমান লই আই মতো মেহমানের মাঝে আমরা কিছু আলাপ আলোচনা করব আর আমরা কিছু আমরা কমিউনিটির কিছু আপডেটও দিব আপনারা যে সে কতজন এটা বিতরণ করইব কিভাবে এগুলা সম্পর্কে আর কোন চ্যারিটি হল ইনভলভ আছে এগুলা সম্পর্কে কিছু আপডেট দিব আপনারা and again, you know, like যারা চিন্তা ধারণা করতা এই ধরনের অ্যাক্টিভিটি করতা আপনার লোকালিটির yes খরুকা এইটা বড় একটা নেকির কাম like I said আপনি যদি অন্যের বিপদের সময় থাকুন না তাহলে অন্যজন আপনার বিপদের সময় থাকতো না. It's a simple rule of karma. If you're not there for someone, you know, you can't expect someone to be there for you. Simple as. And like I've always been saying, it's not a question about religion, it's a question of humanity. Chinese way of reader, I prefer the talk show. Lovely. It's a shame because every Wednesday, you know, I come with the studio phone and I have it nicely set up so that, you know, like when people, you know, phone in, interact, it really sort of livens the program up. But apart from 2 or 3 people, no one actually rings in. What a shame. So, Chinese Bay, are you going to ring us on Wednesday? You're going to give us a bell and we actually have a chat, literally chit chat, chin wag. What do you think? If so, we'll do that, and I'll put the phone number on so you know you can jot it down, or you can always go to the page and get the number from there. So Dr. Bindra, there's a couple of groups that we have on Facebook. Obviously we have the primary one is the MBS page, and then we have the MBS group, Arafta Jorito group is I Love Bangladesh. Now that page has been going on for a good number of years, approximately 8 years, or is it 7? Yeah, something like that. Mashallah, we've got quite a lot of number of members there. Some of them aren't as active as we would like them to, but there's some good interaction going on. If you fancy anything about Bangladesh, want to know about its history, there's lots of posts based on that. There's some food posts as well, so you can salivate over them. There's some recipes, cultural stuff, like for example, life in the village. There's also, things to reminisce about. Things like one of our admins posted earlier today, something like Amar Bui, back in the days when you were in the primary school, there was a book called Amar Bui, literally translated my book, and in that it was a book of poems, and seeing these things bring back memories, early memories, which is absolutely fantastic. So like I say, guys, if you fancy joining the group, feel free. And hopefully, if conditions are good, maybe tomorrow I'll do a live video with my partner in crime, Idris Ali, who's the page founder and admin. We'll have a little chat about the rules of I Love Bangladesh, what to post, what not to post, and things like that, and general do's and don'ts, and how maximize the education value on the page, and to make sure that the environment is nice and clean for everyone to enjoy. Right, okay. Right, okie dokie. There's a couple of cross-firing comments going on here. Let's see. Yes, that's a very good question. Chinese guy saying, EJ, get on to Mr. Spice Island, get the first cooking show. Absolutely, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? That is a fantastic idea. Why don't we do a little cook show? And I don't know, guys, what do you think? What should we call it? Should we call it Food Haven? What? Any ideas, guys? That is a good idea, actually. I can go to various different places, film them, and then eat the end result. Like sort of munch on whatever they make. I'll be the food critic. Making all sorts of funny sounds as I'm eating. Some might find it even upsetting. I don't know. That is a good idea. We might actually do something like that in the future. Probably take the cameras out on tour, go to various different places, watch people cook like their specialities, and share it with the world. Who knows? Do you know what would be even better is yeah, and Ahmed Ali Bhai went, yes, good idea, food show. Thank you, Ahmed Ali Bhai. You can be my co-host, and you can help me like clean the plates up, as in that might be an idea. Yes, Ahmed Ali Bhai, I can do the tasting. Yes, I'm not going to put the full burden on you on your own. I'm going to help you out on that. Oh dear. Yes, Chinese Bhaiya Huida, Bangla EJ kitchen nightmares. That I don't think that's going to work, because like I'm nothing like Mr. Ramsay. I don't think I could actually throw profanity like he actually does. I mean, the way he does it, wow, he carries it out with so much grace. It's like he's been training all his life to throw profanity and insults at people. I don't think I could do it. But I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go. Oh dear. Ahmad Ali Bhaiya, definitely just by go around the country and taste food. Well, it's a good thing I've got a roadie. Yes, Ahmad Ali Bhai, you and me, we're gonna hit the road and pick the best eateries in the country. And yeah, that is a good. Do you know what, Ahmad Ali Bhai? I'll speak to you about that and look at your diary and see what kind of availability you have, and then from there, I'll contact a few places and see what they think. If they're up for it, then let's do it. That should be quite interesting actually. I like the idea. It's a very tasty idea indeed. So, okay, guys, thank you very much for staying with us this evening. And like I say, we've got plenty of viewers today. Maybe everyone was most people were expecting a music show, but sadly, music show night. We will announce when the next music show will come in plenty time, so you don't have an excuse not to watch it. Okay. And just to sort of round the show up, because essentially it was meant to be a quick update, and it just ended up with a full-blown conversation. I mean, we've covered like a fair bit that I was going to do on Wednesday, but okay, as long as everyone's happy, we'll just continue with the points that I haven't covered, and let's see who our mystery guests are this week. And thank you very much for being with us this evening. And like I say, just to sort of round the show off, quickly want to mention MBS. We will be making announcements on a regular basis, so we will actually keep everyone updated. Essentially, আমরা kita hodam na hodam behind the scenes. আমরা YouTube channel একটা আছে, এটা এখনো launch করছি না. It's just just a couple of family members are like watching it, uploading, so I'm not gonna mention it now. When we have a launch party, inshallah, we're hoping to have a launch party for MBS when we return back with our music show, and depending on the response, like how many artists we get, we'll time the shows, say once a fortnight, once a week, once a month. So it's all based on like how many artists we have, and like how many we can schedule, musicians, etc. And like I said, like our friend বন্ধুরা যারা আছেন তারা তো কিতা করছেন what you call it, they helped us out throughout the test period, so we do appreciate them, but we want to really showcase local talent, young talent. It could be our next door neighbour, we don't know. These are the people we want to encourage and give a little boost to. The second item that I wanted to talk about is the MBS studio recording facilities. We will be rolling that out very soon. Third part is about the video, the video recording facilities that we have, whether it be a music video or whether it be adverts, we can provide that for you. And if you guys like, we've got a couple of good ideas today, food roadshow, things like that. That is a fantastic idea. And Ahmad Ali Bhai, I've got a fantastic partner. I think we can rock the show with Ahmad Ali Bhai, so that's a fantastic idea for a show that I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy. So with that in mind, inshallah, thank you very much everyone for joining me this evening. Have a lovely evening of, well, whatever's left of the evening. Have a very good night. Assalamu alaikum, adab, and see you tomorrow, on ILB. And as always, see you on Wednesday. Assalamu alaikum.